fall at Finley Stadium, head coach Russ Huesman and the Chattanooga Mocs are defending their third straight Southern Conference crown.
Give every ounce of energy you got on every snap for 60 minutes.
Rep the seed this fall with the
Rolls
Mocs.
on near side and hit in the backfield. Breaks a tackle, 40, breaks another.
Hit hard, stays on his feet, the extra effort, and he's going to go in.
Picked off, it's going to go for 6.
This season, it's all about us.
Go play like Chattanooga. Go play like the defending Southern Conference champions. That's what you are.
Welcome to Inside Chattanooga Football with head coach Russ Huesman and the voice of the Mocs, Jim Reynolds. Inside Chattanooga Football is sponsored by Allegra, 24-hour relief from indoor and outdoor allergies. Coca-Cola, Chattanooga Coca-Cola Bottling Company, the world's largest Coca-Cola bottler. FSG Bank, a division of Atlantic Capital, proud to be the official bank of UTC Athletics.
Welcome to Inside Chattanooga Football. I'm Jim Reynolds, down to just 24 teams still alive in the FCS playoffs. Pairings came out last Sunday, and of course the Mocs found out they're one of the 24 teams still alive. Mocs with a home game this Saturday in the opening round, taking on Weber State out of the Big Sky Conference. We'll preview that playoff game between the Mocs and the Wildcats, and also look back at UTC's performance against the #1 ranked Crimson Tide from Tuscaloosa last weekend. All that and more on Inside Chattanooga Football.
Honoring all-around excellence in men's and women's collegiate competition. Every division, every sport, the Learfield Directors Cup. The prestigious award continues its reign as the crowning achievement in college athletics. To follow your favorite team, like us on Facebook, find us online and on Twitter. The Learfield Directors Cup.
This segment of Inside Chattanooga Football is sponsored by Allegra, 24-hour relief from indoor and outdoor allergies.
Well, you know, we talked Sunday, and I was disappointed in our performance at Wofford, and I've been, you know, a little disappointed the last 4 weeks. I don't think we played well, even though we won a couple games, beat Western, beat VMI. I didn't think we played well. I didn't think we prepared well. So we talked, and I said, listen, guys, you got Alabama, and you got a playoff game. That's probably what you got right now. If things don't get better, then you'll get your brains beat in by Alabama, and you'll lose your first-round playoff game. So we got to focus better as a football team. We got to pay attention to the little things, the details that got us where we are. And, you know, if we do that, then I feel good going into the playoffs. But, you know, that was kind of the extent of it. I think they know we're going to play a playoff game. I hope nobody, myself, our coaches, our players, are satisfied with playing a playoff game. That's not where we are right now. We get the opportunity to play Alabama this week. And, you know, it's pretty exciting when you get to play a team of that caliber. In that kind of environment. Our guys will be excited to play. You know, I don't think, you know, anybody, I mean, I think everybody in the country knows that this is the best football team in the country. You know, our players know they've got tremendous players. And I know they've got tremendous coaches, very smart people there. Watching them on film, they're not only athletic, but they do things right in all phases of the game. Be a tough test, but we're looking forward to it. I mean, it's always fun to play these kind of games. It's, it's for our players for sure, and even our coaches. I mean, it's, we don't get these opportunities very often to do this, and so we're looking forward to it, and we'll do the best we can. We're going to line up. We're going to take our best 11 on offense, our best 11 on defense that are healthy, our best 11 on special teams, and when the ball gets put down, we're going to put them out there and not worry about injuries, not worry about anything. That's the right thing to do. We're going to play as hard as we can, and our guys could get injured coming out of the locker room. Our guys could get injured in a walkthrough in practice. So it's the nature of the game. We're going to play, and we're going to put our best foot forward and put our best players on the field.
There's nothing more exciting than watching the Mocs win. It's the result of teamwork and effort. At FSG Bank, we help our clients reach their financial goals. We have an experienced team of bankers who can help you, whether it's your personal finances or your business. FSG Bank is proud to be the official bank of UTC Athletics. Bank in the right direction. Bank with FSG.
This segment of Inside Chattanooga Football is sponsored by Coca-Cola, Chattanooga Coca-Cola Bottling Company, the world's largest Coca-Cola bottler.
Saturday night, the Mocs traveled to Tuscaloosa to take on the #1 team in FBS football and came away from that game impressing and frustrating some Crimson Tide fans, as well as their head coach. Though the game stands as a 31-3 loss for the Mocs in the record books, UTC held their own. Here's some of the numbers that help tell the story. Enrique Rivero's 47-yard field goal in the first quarter was the only score on either side in that first quarter of play. Only Southern Cal and Ole Miss had the lead over the Crimson Tide at the end of the first quarter. UTC recorded 184 yards of total offense, more than Kent State, Kentucky, Tennessee, and LSU were able to put up against the Tide. In 2016, the Alabama defense has sacked their opponents 40 times. They didn't record a sack against Chattanooga on Saturday. The Mocs defense put up some impressive numbers. UTC sacked Jalen Hurst 3 times on the night. Alabama's front line has only allowed as many sacks 2 other times this season. The defense also held Alabama to its second lowest offensive output of the year, only allowing 332 yards of total offense and 31 points. The Tide averaging 477 yards per game and 40 points per contest. All in all, the Mocs put up a better fight against the #1 team in the country than many of their big-name counterparts this season.
This segment of Inside Chattanooga Football is sponsored by FSG Bank, a division of Atlantic Capital, proud to be the official bank of UTC Athletics.
The Mocs, coming off a loss to Wofford last week, trying to get ready for the FCS playoffs. UTC wins the toss. Alabama wants the football to get this one underway, and that is exactly what they do. And the Crimson Tide will have it at the 22-yard line. Throw the ball down the field, but on the second play, turns the corner, and looks like he's trying to run out of trouble here. This UTC defense, we talk about Alabama's defense being among the best, if not the best, in the FBS. Well, this Moc defense, you could say the same for them on the FCS level.
And when they're on the field defensively.
Third down situation for the Tide. Hurts going to the wide side of the field, a long throw, and that one is batted away at the last moment. He was looking for Ridley. It was knocked down by Wright on the far side. Eric Crane, your running back, they'll fake it to him. The left-hander will sling it. Pass is caught Out around the 33, and that one goes to C.J. Board. And they'll fake it to Crane, throw down the middle. That pass is caught. C.J. Board. He's into Alabama territory. Quick release. What a grab. This from 48. Career long. 52 on the way, and it is good. And UTC is on the board first here at Bryant-Denny Stadium. Second down and 7. The junior quarterback out of Lovejoy, Georgia. Hands it off to Bagley. He's got some running room. First down to the 35-yard line. He picks up 13 yards.
Than you would otherwise if there was a pass tag on the other end of these runs.
Boy, that was a broken play. As we see for the first time tonight, the true freshman Josh Jacobs in the backfield. They'll go inside again to Crane, who bounces off, and he will have the first down to 32.
Able to get in the offensive backfield.
They are back that time. And here is Hurts. And he is dropped for a big-time loss by Dale Warren. That's why I love this game. The Bucs going to Bagley on the far side. He is be close to the 27-yard line. Give him 9.
Got it. They've had a couple measurements in this game already. All the way near the boundary, but by then he was in the grasp.
Now Hurts will just try to run it, and on third down, he'll get a yard. Well, Chattanooga has 3 sacks today, 5 tackles for loss. This time Taylor Reynolds making the play. And I'll tell you what, this front line for UTC is no joke.
They're having a really good game up front. Obviously, Jabril Peppers does a little bit of everything for Michigan.
Robertson in at quarterback, as we suspected he would be. Bagley picks up 10, and he is walloped, and he is slow to get up. Playing some really sound football here against the #1 ranked team in America. Jalen Hurts over the middle, and that ball almost intercepted. He was a little bit late, something Coach Saban talked about at halftime. A little different story here tonight. Alabama up 24-3, and they've had a tough time. That'll be the final play of the game, and Alabama will stretch their wins against unranked teams to 65. Nick Saban and Russ Huesman shaking hands, and this one's over. UTC.
There's nothing more exciting than watching the Mocs win. It's the result of teamwork and effort. At FSG Bank, we help our clients reach their financial goals. We have an experienced team of bankers who can help you, whether it's your personal finances or your business. FSG Bank is proud to be the official bank of UTC Athletics. Bank in the right direction. Bank with FSG.
Welcome back to Inside Chattanooga Football. I'm Jim Reynolds, along with Mocs head football coach Russ Huesman. An interesting, let's say, 48 hours during the weekend, Saturday and Sunday. Both had some rewards for you, I would say. Let's start out with Sunday in Tuscaloosa. First of all, there ain't many better places to play a college football game than Bryant-Denny Stadium, is there?
Yeah, I mean, it was a great atmosphere. It's fun to go down there and play, you know, the BCS programs, and somebody like Alabama to get that opportunity for our players was huge, and great atmosphere. You were down there, and it's fun to play it.
I don't know if it's always fun to play. It's fun to play well. I'll put it that way.
Yeah, I mean, if you can make some plays against those people and do some good positive things, I think it helps you in the long run. The exposure, being on ESPN2 was huge. Having the ability to play in Alabama where we recruit very heavily. You know, all those things paid dividends for us.
And the Mocs trended on Twitter. I know you were excited about that. I'm just saying, you know, big spotlight, and your guys played well, lined up and played, and that's the one thing you talked about. Let's line up and play, and by gosh, see what happens.
Go make plays. That's what we talked about, and that was kind of what we wanted to do. Don't be afraid to make plays, and you can see there was a lot of energy on our sideline, a lot of excitement, and the halftime, the locker room at halftime, these guys kind of felt good that they could play, they could make plays, and if we take away a couple of mistakes, the muff punt and the fumble at the end there, all of a sudden if you come out of that thing and it's a 17-3 loss against the number one team in the country, you walk out feeling pretty good about yourself. But I think our guys feel like they can play.
But you kind of had them refocus anyway. Even if the opponent was Alabama or wasn't Alabama, you kind of got their attention, I think, during the week. Yes?
Yeah, we had talked about it, and they had a meeting amongst themselves and kind of said, let's fix this thing. And I was just glad that it kind of showed up against Alabama. Even though it was a loss, it showed up that, when you do things the right way, when you pay attention to details, when you practice hard, positive results show up, and I think our guys came out feeling like that.
All right, then on Sunday you get the word that obviously in the playoffs, an at-large bid, 4 from the Southern Conference. That's kind of a pat in the back as well. And you get a home game against a good team, Weber State out of the Big Sky.
Yeah, right now they're all good. They all played their way into this tournament in some way, whether it's an automatic bid or an at-large bid. So they're coming from Weber State's coming from a very good conference with some excellent teams. I mean, 2 of their teams got seeds out of that conference. So we know we're going to get a good team coming in here, and they're all going to be good. There's no question about that. But we've been in the playoffs, so we kind of got a good feel of what it takes to play and play well, and hopefully we do play well Saturday.
4 leagues, each got 4 teams in, the Southern, the Colonial, the Missouri Valley, and the Big Sky. So the Big Sky must be a pretty balanced league as well.
Yeah, I mean, they're really good. Probably Weber State, I don't know if they got the 4th spot out of there or the 3rd spot, but I think as you projected it, they looked like they were projected to get in if they won their last game, and they did. They're playing well. They hadn't been in a while, since I think 2009, but they're playing good football. They're good, and it'll be a great test, and we're going to have to play well to win the game.
Does playoff experience help this time of year so you kind of know what's going to go on and the stage gets a little bigger and all that?
Yeah, I think so. There's a lot that goes into winning games, advancing a long way, but. I've seen a lot of different ways. I mean, I've seen a team go on the road every week, not seeded, and win it. Obviously North Dakota State's won it here recently, and they've had the number 1 seed, so they got that home field advantage. But when we were at Richmond, we played at home the first game, went on the road the rest of them, and won it. So there's a lot of ways to win this thing, but. As you know, in coach speak, is you got to win them one at a time, and big concern playing Weber State.
And last question, just give me your view on the Southern Conference being one of those leagues that got 4 of their teams in.
Yeah, I mean Wofford, we knew that was going to be a lock, and obviously Citadel with the automatic bid. I was really happy when Sanford got in. I thought they deserved to get in. I don't think there's going to be a lot of teams that want to play them if they're healthy. If they're healthy, they're a tough out, no question about it. And I think they're physical, they're athletic, and I was glad to see them get in. They deserve to be in.
Mocs and Weber State, that's a 2 o'clock kickoff Saturday afternoon at Finley Stadium. You can get ticket information at GoMocs.com. We'll see you next time on Inside Chattanooga Football.
Inside Chattanooga Football has been brought to you by Allegra, 24-hour relief from indoor and outdoor allergies. Coca-Cola, Chattanooga Coca-Cola Bottling Company, the world's largest Coca-Cola bottler. FSG Bank, a division of Atlantic Capital. Proud to be the official bank of UTC Athletics.